Hey there. What if tending to your emotions was the most important thing you did all day? Mhm. As educators, I don't know about you, but I think there must be some sort of unwritten standard where we walk into school, we've got a smile on, and somebody asks us how you're doing. It's like, oh, hey, I'm fine. How are you? And we just wear this smile mask to mask our emotions. And we pretty much go through the whole day like that. And if someone is actually vulnerable and shares their emotions, like say a new teacher, I can remember hearing new teachers do this. Other veteran teachers are like rolling their eyes, going, well, they better toughen up or they're not going to be able to cut it. Yet, is that really serving us? Is it helping us? Or is it blocking us? And so, in this video, I'd like to share some simple ways, practical ways that you can tend to your emotions before and during a school day that don't take tons of time, are easy to do, and things that you can actually do with your students. The first thing I'd like you to know in the energy world, we talk about emotions being energy in motion. Mhm. And it only takes, this has been scientifically proven, that 60 to 90 seconds. When you really allow yourself to feel an emotion, it will flow through. And then you can open to another higher vibration, a higher energy, a higher emotion. So that's one thing to remember. And that reframe is very important because you can do it. You can switch an emotion just like that. Okay, so what are some of those things of self care to do? Well, one that I love, and I've been doing it for many years, is on the drive to school to ask yourself, how would I like to feel when today is finished? How would I like to feel when that parent teacher conference is over, when my IEPs are finished? It doesn't matter what the question is. How would you like to feel? You ask this before you've gone through the day. And then by simply like letting yourself sit, pause for just a couple of seconds and tune into how would you like to feel? Calm, grounded, peaceful, relieved, grateful, joyful, happy, doesn't matter. When you invite that word into your day as you're driving to school, then the universe helps you to create exactly that. You're setting it up, what you want to feel. Okay. And emotions are so powerful. The second thing that I love to do is really reframe and think about your language because we often say, I'm fine. I'm well, I'm burned out. And we're identifying because we're using a form of the verb to be, which is an identifier. So instead of I am fine, we want to say I feel fine or I feel burned out. I feel dissatisfied. I feel angry because we feel, remember, emotions flow through us. When we can allow ourselves to feel that emotion, even with our language, then we are letting it flow through rather than identifying with it because I know you are so much more than your emotions. Probably my favorite, most super easy, quick, fast way to shift emotions and tend to them is to practice gratitude. Now, I know you've heard this from a lot of other spiritual teachers and other teachers as well, but when we are grateful, I'm grateful that I'm angry. Yeah, I feel angry. But why? Because you're aware of the emotion. You're not blocking it. You're not numb to it. You're not having to numb it in some way. Or I'm grateful for my classroom. I'm grateful for the position that I have. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my students. I'm grateful I have all these tests marked and recorded. Whatever. I'm grateful lunch is next period. Okay. So if you start that, you just become grateful and more grateful for everything around you. And when your students are upset or anxious, maybe there's been some sort of scare about, I don't know, bomb or ice or something, you can say, what are you grateful for? And you can shift the energy in the classroom so that they can actually be receptive to learning. Gratitude's super powerful. And another one that goes along with gratitude is laughter. Laughter takes, I like to say, the ugh out. I'll tell you a quick story. It was after lunch. I talked with the principal and he'd give me information about like budget cuts or whatever. I don't remember the exact situation, but I remember I was royally ticked. And I had to go from that to teaching a first grade class. And these kids were really adorable, and I was feeling so pissed. So I walked into the library and I could hear laughter. I didn't see them because they were in the picture book section. I got the materials or the books and things I needed for their class, and I walked over and the teacher said, "Oh, Miss Walters, we got here early, so we knew you wouldn't mind if we came in. We've just been telling some jokes." And I said, "Oh, good. Would you do me a big favor and tell me some jokes? I really need to laugh." If you know anything about first graders and little kids and their jokes, they're silly, they're stupid, whatever. But they told me some jokes for a couple of minutes and I laughed and I shifted it and they helped me get through their class and the rest of the afternoon by simply tending to the emotion and doing something that was positive and uplifting. So if what I'm saying resonates with you and you'd like more understanding and clarity about how you can practice self care easily in your day, attending to your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit, and your energy in particular, then I invite you to join my free masterclass. It's happening on February the 10th. There'll be a recording, so if you sign up, you'll get the recording in honor of Valentine's Day and self love and self care. And it's called A Valentine's Day Gift to Yourself. Energetic self care for educators who give so much. If that's you, I'd love to see you on the class, so you can sign up below. Love and blessings until I see you next time. Namaste.